Well, this week's episode of Fairy Tail was episode 223. It's Chemo Chemo. Odd title. Um, the episode starts with Natsu and Happy discovering a strange egg that fell from the sky and hatches into a small, fire-breathing, bird-like creature, if you can call it that, and Natsu names it Chemo Chemo. Meanwhile, the Magic Council decides to do a member exchange program to between the guilds that participated in the Grand Magic Games as a way of, spreading whatever friendship and knowledge, I guess. And Natsu volunteers as one of the exchange members because he wants to ask about Chemo Chemo's origins across Fiore, since their master Makarov doesn't know anything about him. As they trap him and his friends, which include Lucy, Urza, Gray, and Natsu, of course. They visit they have various other guilds, and along the way they start causing problems for the guild members, for those guilds, causing them to be asked to move on to the next guild. And then they notice that all the while this creature is growing larger and more powerful. And then eventually they make their way to Sabretooth. And just when they're about to enjoy their time at Sabretooth, they are informed the council has canceled the exchange program and are requesting that the two guilds, Sabretooth and Fairy Tail, investigate a mysterious island that has suddenly risen out of the sea. Now, the episode has a lot of, has a decent amount of comedic moments, like, when they go to Blue Pegasus and the girls and the guys participate in that weird, like, I forget what it's called, but it's that whole host thing, where they're trying to appeal to their customers, and of course that gets screwed up, so they have to go on to the next place, and eventually they make their way to, even Lamius, or not Lamius, Blue or Mermaid Heel, and the guys have to dress up like girls, so that way the all-female guild doesn't lose their reputation of being an all-female guild, because they don't want males working with them, because it somehow ruin their reputation. But of course Natsu and Gray just can't handle pretending to be girls and ruin that. And I mean, of some, like I said, there's a little bit of comedy, but you know and it seems like this is going to be a like maybe 2 episode filler arc, or maybe 3 episode filler arc, I don't know. Most likely, because the next episode shows cases that this island may have something to do with what this creature Chemo Chemo is from. Now, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes next, mainly because I want to see if this is actually worth it, if this story was actually worth being told. Because, in all honesty, the rating I'm going to give it is, I was going to give it an okay episode upon first view, but after, thinking it over, and, between the time watching it and the time recording my review, I realized that it was not even less good than I thought. And I'm going to give it a so-so, mainly on its forgettability. Because, in all honesty, the episode came out on Friday. I watched it on Saturday, and then come Sunday, when I'm, because when I was going to say, hey, what do I need to catch up on? Have I seen all my weekly shows and whatnot? I had completely forgotten that I even saw this week's Fairy Tail episode, and went to go watch it, but I had already seen it. So it was a so-so. It wasn't. I'm not gonna make it like the worst possible, sub, but it wasn't the worst episode, but it was very forgettable. Now, if the next episode that's supposed to continue this story, this short filler story, if it, works, if it improves the story overall, it might make it more memorable, but this episode by itself is just very forgettable. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and see you guys next time.